On the vast, sun-drenched plains of Luzon, just north of the bustling metropolis of Manila, a remarkable transformation is underway. Here, where rice paddies stretch to the horizon and distant mountains frame the landscape, history is being written once again. Rising from the earth is a new symbol of American-Philippine military cooperation, a partnership forged in decades past, now renewed with fresh urgency. The sight of American and Filipino flags fluttering side by side, and the firm handshake between military leaders signal a shared commitment to regional security. Heavy machinery rumbles across the site, carving new runways and erecting fortified hangars. Military aircraft, both American and Filipino, taxi and take off amid the dust and noise, as the historic Cesar Basa Air Base undergoes a dramatic transformation into a modern strategic hub. This is far more than a simple upgrade. With billions of dollars invested, the base is being reborn as a fortress, its reinforced barriers and sprawling infrastructure designed to project power deep into the contested waters of the South China Sea. By August 2025, the fruits of this partnership are already visible. American and Filipino soldiers train side by side, conducting joint exercises that blend advanced technology with local expertise. Their collaboration is a testament to a revitalized alliance, one that adapts to new threats and evolving challenges. The base's runways have been lengthened to accommodate the largest U.S. bombers and cutting-edge fighter jets, while sprawling depots brim with fuel, munitions, and vital equipment. These upgrades ensure that the base can support sustained operations, whether for rapid response or long-term deterrence. At the heart of the base lies a state-of-the-art command center, where radar screens flicker and surveillance aircraft feed real-time data to analysts. This nerve center coordinates intelligence, reconnaissance, and command operations, giving both nations a decisive edge in monitoring and responding to regional developments. For the United States, this marks a significant return to a key ally in Southeast Asia, a chance to reaffirm its presence and commitment. For the Philippines, the base stands as a calculated shield, a bulwark against growing regional threats and a statement of sovereignty. All of this is made possible by the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, a landmark accord that has paved the way for deeper military integration. The Luzon base now serves as the centerpiece of these renewed ties, embodying the spirit of cooperation and mutual defense. Its location is no accident. Poised at the edge of the South China Sea and within reach of the Taiwan Strait, the base is strategically positioned to influence the balance of power in one of the world's most contested regions. As the sun sets over the newly operational base, it stands as a powerful symbol, a beacon of a reforged partnership, ready to meet the challenges of a tense and uncertain era in the Indo-Pacific. The urgency in Luzon is driven by the tense standoff in the South China Sea. China's militarized artificial islands and aggressive tactics have pushed the Philippines to seek stronger security guarantees. Filipino fishermen and Coast Guard crews face constant harassment, fueling public demand for protection. The U.S. return is a direct response, aiming to uphold international law and freedom of navigation. The Luzon base enables joint patrols, rapid crisis response, and persistent surveillance over disputed waters. China sees this as containment, condemning the expansion as a threat to its rise. For the U.S. and Philippines, it's a defensive partnership, meant to deter conflict, not provoke it. The goal: make any act of aggression too costly for any adversary. The U.S.-Philippine relationship is a story of shifting power, evolving partnership, and enduring complexity. Over more than a century, the two nations have navigated a path marked by both cooperation and conflict, shaped by global events and local aspirations. It began with American colonization in 1898, when the Philippines was ceded by Spain after the Spanish-American War. The U.S. established a new colonial government, introducing American education, legal systems, and infrastructure, while also facing resistance from Filipino nationalists who longed for independence. For decades, American influence shaped the island's politics, economy, and culture, leaving a legacy that endures to this day. World War II forged a brotherhood in blood, as American and Filipino soldiers fought side by side against Japanese occupation. Their shared sacrifices during the brutal battles of Bataan and Corregidor created a bond that would later be formalized in the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty, promising mutual support in times of crisis. During the Cold War, U.S. bases like Subic Bay and Clark Air Base became vital strongholds, projecting American power across Asia. Yet, for many Filipinos, these bases also symbolized lost sovereignty and the lingering shadow of colonialism. fueling debates about national identity and independence. By the early 1990s, a surge of nationalist sentiment and political pressure led to the historic U.S. withdrawal in 1992. The closure of the bases marked the end of an era, leaving behind a strategic vacuum and a sense of uncertainty about the future of the alliance. But history rarely stands still. As China's assertiveness in the South China Sea grew, the Philippines found itself facing new security challenges. The old alliance with the United States was rekindled, not out of nostalgia, but out of necessity and shared concern over regional stability. The defense treaty and renewed military ties provided a foundation for cooperation in a rapidly changing world. Joint exercises, new agreements, and closer coordination have become essential tools for both nations. The American return is not a repeat of the past, but a pragmatic response to new threats and opportunities. Today, the partnership is defined by mutual respect, shared interests, and a commitment to regional peace. Shared interests and common dangers, ranging from territorial disputes to humanitarian crises, have brought the allies back together, forging a relationship that is both resilient and adaptive. History shapes this reunion, but the logic is all about the future, a future where partnership, security, and progress go hand in hand for both nations and the region they call home. Geography makes the Philippines a strategic linchpin in Asia. The archipelago sits between the Pacific and South China Sea, near Taiwan and vital shipping lanes. Luzon's new base is a launch pad for rapid response, especially in a Taiwan crisis. Its proximity complicates Chinese military planning and strengthens deterrence. The Luzon Strait is a choke point for China's Navy. U.S. and allied forces can monitor and control access. The Philippines Islands enable a dispersed network of sensors and missile systems. Recent exercises show U.S. and Philippine forces practicing to secure key maritime terrain. Geography, once a vulnerability, is now a strategic asset. The American military return has sparked fierce debate across the Philippines. Supporters see the alliance as essential against Chinese aggression and vital for military modernization. Many Filipinos, especially in affected communities, welcome the security and hope for restored livelihoods. Critics, however, fear becoming a battleground in a U.S.-China conflict and worry about sovereignty and social issues. Memories of past problems, crime, exploitation, and dependency fuel skepticism. Some advocate for neutrality and stronger self-reliance, wary of foreign entanglements. The nation is divided, wrestling with its identity and future in a dangerous world. The Luzon base is a showcase of modern military design, blending cutting-edge technology with strategic functionality. From above, the base's layout is meticulously planned, with every structure serving a clear purpose in the broader defense network. The runways are heavily reinforced, built to handle the weight and stress of the world's most advanced bombers and fighter jets. This allows for rapid deployment and power projection, ensuring that the base can respond to threats or emergencies at a moment's notice. Deep within the base, hardened depots store munitions and fuel, protected by layers of security and blast-resistant construction. These facilities are designed for both safety and speed, so that critical supplies can be accessed instantly during a crisis. At the heart of operations is a state-of-the-art command center. Here, advanced intelligence systems fuse data from satellites, drones, and aircraft, giving commanders a real-time, comprehensive view of the region. This enables rapid, informed decision-making in any scenario. The base is already a hub for joint exercises where unmanned systems like surveillance drones patrol the coastline and monitor maritime territory. These operations help secure vital sea lanes and deter potential threats in the region. Under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, the Philippines retains full ownership of the land. The U.S. rotates its forces through the base, using the facilities without establishing a permanent presence, an arrangement that respects Philippine sovereignty. Thousands of U.S. troops cycle in and out for training, joint operations, and humanitarian missions. This constant rotation keeps the base active and ready, while also building strong ties between American and Filipino forces. The rotational model is less politically sensitive than traditional bases, offering flexibility to adapt to changing security needs. It allows both nations to respond quickly to new challenges without the complications of a permanent foreign presence. Today, the Luzon base stands as a modern military hub, powerful, adaptable, and free from the colonial baggage of the past. Its advanced infrastructure positions it as a key player in Southeast Asian security. This is a new approach to alliance management, one that balances strength, flexibility, and respect for sovereignty, setting the stage for a new era of partnership in the region. The base expansion brings economic benefits, thousands of jobs in construction, services, and local businesses. U.S. contracts inject millions into the Filipino economy, boosting local industries and infrastructure. Restaurants, hotels, and shops near the bases thrive from increased demand. Infrastructure upgrades often benefit entire communities, not just the military, but social anxieties linger, fears of crime, exploitation, and environmental harm resurface. Critics warn of dependency on the U.S. military and the risks if the alliance shifts. The challenge is to harness economic gains while protecting communities and building resilience. Prosperity and preservation must be balanced carefully. The new U.S. presence in the Philippines sends shockwaves across the Indo-Pacific. Some regional players like Vietnam quietly welcome the move as a counterbalance to China. Allies such as Japan and Australia openly support the base, seeing it as a key security node. Trilateral exercises and security assistance are on the rise, strengthening regional ties. Others, like Malaysia and Indonesia, worry about escalating tensions and being forced to choose sides. Official calls for dialogue reflect deep anxiety about great power rivalry destabilizing the region. For the Philippines, it's a bet on U.S. reliability. For the U.S., a test of Indo-Pacific leadership. What happens next in Luzon and the South China Sea will shape the future of regional and global stability.